Portugal is a country that is changing fast in terms of its winemaking. Improvements and expansions up and down the length of this country that sits on the Atlantic coast to the west of Spain. And one of the big changes has been the increase in the production of white wines. I mean, previously the only white wines we knew from Portugal really were probably the Vinho Verde wines from the very far north. But today, more and more winemakers are producing more and more really good, fresh, crisp white wine up and down the length of the country. Now, the example I have for us this week as my wine of the week is the Marquês de Borba Branco 2011. Branco meaning white wine. And this one comes from the Alentejo, a large area to the south and east of Lisbon and to the south of the country. And it's made from very, very typical Portuguese grape varieties, Antiao Vaz, Arinto and Verdelho, with a splash of the French grape Viognier in there too, a grape of the southern Rhone Valley in France. It's made by a winemaker called João Portugal Ramos, who's one of the movers and shakers, senior figures of the industry. And this wine, the Marquês de Borba Branco 2011 from the Alentejo, sells for £8.70 in Tanners, the excellent chain of wine merchants based around the town of Shrewsbury and online. So, Marquês de Borba, a modern take on Portuguese fresh, crisp white wines. On the nose, a lovely lemon cream quality. It's not a terribly flamboyant nose. It's not one of those white wines that leaps from the glass with all sorts of pungent aromas. Quite discreet, but a really fine citrusy peel quality with touches of lemon, just a real hint of flowers in there too, but it's very much in the background. And on the palate, there's a lovely style of this. It's a decisive wine. That big thrust of lemony fruit is there. That's what drives this. It's crisp, it's fresh, it's crying out for some seafood or some fish, but it has a bit of weight and texture too. It has a certain creaminess to the quality, and just in the mid palate, just as you're holding it in your mouth, it hints at something more tropical and more ripe, hinting towards those notes of melon and peach and those riper flavours before that lemony acidity kicks through again. It's clean, it's beautifully made, it is only 12.5% alcohol, so it's fairly light, and it has quite wide food matching appeal thanks to that dry finish coming after the good central core of fruit. My wine of the week this week is the Marquês de Borba Branco 2011. It comes from the Alentejo region of Portugal, and it's on sale for £8.70 in Tanners. And if there are other independent stockists, I'll put a list of those just at the end of the video. My wine of the week.